What's up, everybody? Coach Brad back at you with part 2 of my top 7 physio ball exercises. These 7 are going to be all medium difficulty. We just did the easy versions. Some of these are just progressions of what we did in part 1. Some of them are brand new, totally different. Anyway, they're a little bit harder, so if you like a challenge, you're not the most advanced, but you're not a beginner, these might be just right for you. Okay. So let's go through one by one. We're going to start in a single knee tuck. This is a high push-up position, shins on the ball. Step on one at a time. Okay. Now I'm going to elevate one leg slightly and try to use my upper body to stabilize while I move underneath and tuck single knee. Okay, and then make sure you step off one at a time. Now, if you have some trouble with that, maybe you get tired of holding the one leg straight and up off the ball, that's fine. So as soon as you tuck and roll back, maybe put your leg down for a second or 2 or 3. Just rest for a second, take a breath, and then lift it up again while you try the next knee tuck. Okay, so that's one way you can ease into that one. Next up, I'm going to use one extra piece of equipment here. It's not technically equipment, but something about yay big and firm that's not going to roll away on you. I'm going to use a little pack of water bottles. Okay? If you remember from the last part, we had the ball in the small of our back against the wall, and we had both feet slightly out in front. All right, so for this to work, I'm going to have one foot planted on the floor, right? The other one up here. Now, I'm trying not to put too much weight on this because who knows, it's probably going to shift around a little bit. Now, here's where the challenge comes in. By lifting one foot up off the ground and trying to go to the same depth that I did before, about the height of a chair, I'm hoping that my sock does not slip on the carpeted floor. You might want to do this in sneakers. Okay? I don't get to fully extend this leg, which means the muscle is going to feel more fatigued because it's not maximally lengthening and maximally shortening. It's kind of somewhere stuck in that mid-range. So for this, I'm going to recommend an arbitrary number of 10 reps with the right foot elevated and 10 with the left foot elevated. Okay, so this is a foot elevated wall squat. Next up. Okay, that's all you need, though. That extra object for everything else is just the ball. Okay, so this is a 2-arm press down. If you've ever seen someone at a cable machine at the gym doing that wide bar, it's a pullover. All right, cable's up top here, and then pressing down on the bar like this. This is to simulate that. But think of the ball as a giant spring. You're trying to compress it down, and it wants to expand out. So this is a cool one because you're going to feel not only contraction through your abdominals, but also your entire lats, which is our giant back muscles. Okay? So all you're going to be doing is on your back, knees bent, feet flat on the floor. The ball's just going to rest about mid-thigh. My arms are straight. And don't overthink this too much, but let's say this is the equator of the ball. I'm going to reach a little past that, a little bit further than the halfway point, keeping my arms straight. I'm going to exhale and squish the ball as hard as I can. And hold it for a second. When I do this with my clients, I tell them if they can pop the ball, I'll train them for free. They can't do it. Oh, that's a challenge. Okay, so I feel contraction through my whole core, my front and my back now. Okay, so that is the press down. Now, the part one of this video, we had something called the ball stirs. So it was a low plank position, and we made little circular patterns with our elbows moving the ball beneath us and trying not to move the rest of our body. We're going to take that up a notch. We're going to make these a little choppier by making them short and angular. It's not smooth like a circle. We're going to do a triangle. So it's going to look like this. Low plank, up on the toes, tushy and tummy engaged, holding my plank, and now I'm going to go top point, bottom right, bottom left, top, bottom right, bottom left. Okay, we're going to try clockwise triangles and counterclockwise triangles. And as I mentioned on the previous video, having your feet wider apart is going to create a little more stability for you, so it'll be a little bit easier for you to not move the rest of your body while your arms are doing all the work. Okay, next one. This is a bridge and an eccentric ham curl. Pay attention, there are 4 parts to this one. Okay, so last one we did, we had feet flat on the ball. Now it's going to be heels on the ball, legs straight. Relax your head, arms out for balance. Okay, part 1 is I bridge off the ground. So my glutes are engaged, yeah? Part 2, I'm going to curl in. Now my feet are flat, but I didn't start that way. Part 3, bridge extra high. And part 4, slowly extend your legs straight while trying to keep that bridge as high as you can. Ooh, I feel that stretch of my hammies. But your glutes are engaged throughout, so it hits the whole posterior chain. Oh, that's a rough one. Okay, if you need a break, come back down, rest your pelvis back on the floor for a second or two, and then let's go up again. If you're really good at this, you'll just stay up the whole time. Okay, so again, 4 parts. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, oh, sorry. I miscounted that one because I was already up in the air. Okay, let's do one more. 1, 2, 3, 4. Ooh, that's a tough one. Again, these exercises are getting more and more technical. They require technique, and you got to slowly work through them. Not about speed here. Really pay attention to what you're doing and have that awareness of what muscles are you contracting. Okay, next one. Quadruped, so we're on all 4s again. These are alternating knee taps. So instead of raising both knees up and down, now I'm going to lift one leg off the ground, tap it with my knee, and I'm very close. I only have to go 2 to 4 inches to tap the ball, and then I put my leg back down. You want to try to put your toes back to where you lifted them off the ground from. Otherwise, what's going to happen is your legs are going to start to migrate further and further back. We don't want that. Okay, it's going to look like this. Here's 4 repetitions. Again, not moving very far here. So 4 repetitions doesn't sound like much, but it's going slow. That's what really makes this one challenging. So take your time with that one. You have to briefly balance on 3 points of contact rather than 4. Not the easiest thing to do. Okay? Last one for the medium difficulty is the supine dead bug. All right, that's kind of a little joke in the fitness community. You know how bugs always die with their legs up in the air? Now this takes no real strength. I'm not going to say it takes strength. It takes a little bit of coordination. So therein lies the technicality of it. Okay, What you're going to do is go left arm and right knee up. Sorry, actually, you're gonna start with everything up in the air, but I'm gonna briefly hold the ball with these two opposing limbs while I reach the other limbs out, and then I'm gonna trade it off. So both reach up with the arm, down with the leg, back to the middle, pin the ball, switch, switch. Oops, that was the wrong side. Let's try that again. Okay, really take your time with that one. Now, other cue on that is you should have your abdominals engaged. Anytime you reach up over your head, your lats go on stretch. When your lats go on stretch, your back tries to arch. So naturally, this space between the space at my lumbar spine, my lower back, wants to lift up off the ground. I've got to squeeze my abdominals or pull my rib cage down to flatten that low back toward the floor. It's not my maximum contraction. I'm not squeezing as hard as I can. I'm not trying to squish a grape under my back. I just don't want it to get out of control and lift way, 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 way up off the floor. Okay, so those are your 7 medium difficulty exercises. Try those out. Let me know how you did. Good luck.